about what situation have you ever gone through in your relationship or marriage that made you feel like it would be the end of your union? What situation have you ever gone through in your relationship or marriage that made you feel like it would end your union? Let us know via our social media. And like I said, please make that call. Today I'd like to hear your voice, and let's get this conversation going. To join in having that particular conversation is none other than Grace Kariuki. Grace, karibu tena sana to the show.
Asante sana.
Ulinihepa for the last 2 weeks. Where have you been?
Si lazima maisha iendelee.
Lazima iendelee? So, haiwezi endelee na mimi?
Sasa si niko hapa.
But I'm glad you're here.
Yes.
You know, you told me about this particular situation, and it's like a lot of us, we are not necessarily giving our unions, our relationships, our marriages as much energy as we need to.
Yeah.
Do you think, one, it's because we are either tired or we just don't want to be in them, or we...
I think it's the above. There is we have a lot in, everybody is in transition. We are constantly in transition these days. That doesn't mean that before we were in marriages. It's just that now it has become more heightened, and a lot of people are actually coming out now and saying, you know, I'm stuck in my marriage, I'm thinking about leaving, what should I do? My partner is not willing to work on it.
Yeah.
And so there are a lot of people who are in marriages for reasons other than love, but we are in love.
We have seen in the last, since December, up until today, those about what, 5 months?
Right.
We have seen especially police officers
Yes.
who are killing their spouses,
Right.
girlfriends,
Right.
killing their superiors
Yes.
because of things meddling into their unions.
Yes.
And not just police officers, that was just an example. Eight police officers having been embroiled in this situation. Then we are seeing also just kawaida people since the onset of COVID-19.
Yes.
Killing their husband, killing their wives,
Yes.
killing their children and their husbands and their wives.
Yeah.
What is happening? Is there too much pressure in marriage than people actually think? Yes.
I think there is too much pressure everywhere. Now, I will say this, it's important for us to understand mental health, how mental health is playing into all of this. When, and mental health, we are not necessarily talking about, you know, mental illness per se. We are really talking about mental wellness, because the things, the behaviors that we see, they start somewhere.
Right.
And I'm going to give people this as a benefit for them to kind of start checking themselves. So number one, an event happens.
Yes.
That event causes you some stress, and there is a thought that you have about the event. That's why people, depending on how people are, people can go through the same event, but the outcome is different. It's because of the way we perceive the issue. So if that event happens, I have a thought about the event. The thought creates an emotion. Up to that point, this is negative. So it's a negative thought, that creates a negative emotion.
Right.
Up to that point, you don't have control. That's natural. It's normal. It's what we call the self-preservation or fight and flight kind of response to a crisis.
Right.
After that, now you have control. If you allow more negative thoughts to happen, you increase the intensity of your emotion, and the outcome, that cycle right there, is going to come out. The behavior is going to be more intense, more bigger, and more aggressive. That we are seeing.
Right.
Now think about that and think year one of marriage, or even when we were dating,
Yes.
you did something that hurt me and we talked through it, but I never let it go.
Yes.
And then you do something else. So I'm looping. We get into marriage, more hurt, more resentment, more bitterness.
Yes.
By the time we are drawing guns, my mental health is not good.
Okay.
Because
All right.
I am either depressed or I'm very highly anxious, so to the point of paranoia. And so now the people who are coming at year 5, even year 3 and 2,
Yes.
and they are coming and I can't stand my
take this,
marriage.
yeah.
It doesn't mean that the problem started now. It started when we were courting, dating. Now, this is the other thing I say.
Yes.
Start fighting for your marriage before you get married.
What do you mean start fighting before you get married?
Number one, Well, understand what dating is for. Dating is not for us to go and have fun.
Okay.
And then, so we are going out with a person. I meet a person in the, wherever we are, we meet. And we really connect. And a lot of us will connect with a person who is gregarious and blah, blah, and blah, blah. We jump into bed.
Yes.
When we jump into bed, there is a connection that happens that's not so easy to. It can be, for some people, it can just be casual sex and we are gone.
Right.
But for the most people that I am seeing in marriage counseling today who are stuck in their marriages, a big percentage of them, the foundation of that relationship was not the correct foundation.
Okay.
I didn't say right.
Yes.
I said correct.
All right.
So that now, the way you started, even mentally, you were not prepared. You found yourself into it. And now we have to do the right thing.
Okay.
So there is a pregnancy. I only know this guy for what, a month?
Yeah.
Or I only know this girl for what? So me as a guy, I wasn't planning. So I feel stuck. I feel like she set me up.
Yeah.
And
Feel
then,
trapped.
Yes. And then I probably I will disappear for a month or two, and then I show up. And now we are like, now what do we do? Da, da, da. Parents get involved, and we decide to do the right thing.
Yes.
So you see, now we have started our marriage or our union from a space of crisis.
Okay.
Now we are focused on the baby. Now you can imagine, first of all, maybe the girl, I had dreams of college and blah, blah, and blah, blah. Now everything is cut out. This is the thing I hear from women. I feel like I'm the only person whose life changed. Because I'm the one who's pregnant, my body has changed, and the guy has continued on with life.
Yeah, ako tu sawa.
Yeah, kwa sababu yeye bado anaenda kazi, mimi pengine niko na morning sickness, he doesn't understand, we don't probably live together. So now I am going through this journey alone. So what is happening now? At that point, my mental health is already getting into that space of, I have no control. Now my life has taken over. Sina, what am I going to do?
Yes.
You see, so I'm already in the stuck space.
Yeah.
So that is one. Number two, let's talk about people understanding what is a marriage. Now we are getting into marriages without having decided whether I am polygamous or monogamous.
I think here in Africa, or rather Kenya, it's pretty obvious. I don't see it on air though, but yes, carry on.
Why do I say that? How come we come into marriage and I am here with the woman that I chose to be the woman I will walk through life with?
Yes.
And then I am also entertaining
Other
a few
women.
others. Now, so in other words, we are also needing to understand, to prepare for your marriage or to fight for your marriage before it starts, you also need to understand what are your values when it comes to fidelity, faithfulness, and cheating, adultery, relationship with other people.
Right.
What are your sex drives? If you are a man and your sex drive is very high,
Yes.
that you need to sample here and there, be honest about that. Let the lady
But
know.
you know, now that you've mentioned the
Yes.
whole issue of sex, do you feel, and I'm speaking from a
Yes.
male point of view,
Yes.
is there a man who's sexually satisfied to the point where they can actually say, mi niko sawa?
Si mtu ajijue. That's what I'm saying. So figure out.
Wengine wetu tunajijuanga much later, wengine wetu
Yeah.
tunajijuanga kutoka mwanzo, you know that mi nitakuwa mtu wa madem, so I'll never commit to one woman.
But you see, the problem usually is this, equity.
Yeah.
We are not talking about equality in marriage. We are talking about equity. What I expect of you, I should also expect of myself. So most of the times,
Yes.
what I do is I ask if the marriage, the people are struggling with infidelity, serial infidelity. So what I normally ask the person who is in these serial infidelities, I ask them, have you considered talking with your spouse about having an open relationship?
I do not think there's a single woman on earth, and if there is, let me know. I don't think there's not on earth, brother, but in Kenya, who would allow their husband to necessarily openly have a situation with other women while she's still, you know, the wife. I highly doubt this.
Now,
such a
do
person.
you know why? Do you know now what that leads to? Mental health struggles. Because now me as the wife who says I cannot allow my husband to have an open relationship, what am I experiencing? A lot of jealousy, envy, which translates to insecurity.
Right.
And fear of. So if I am a choleric woman, for instance, you know, outspoken, aggressive, call it what it is, I become an angry lioness. So there is no peace. I'm nagging, and I am constantly angry in that home.
Okay.
And maybe I was attracted to the guy who is phlegmatic, melancholic. He's a quiet, easygoing guy. He will stop coming home, and he comes home at 2 after I have gone to sleep.
Right.
So when we are talking about how do you, that question you asked me, who is going to allow even men, when I ask that question, the guy goes like, no, I wouldn't allow her to.
I wouldn't allow my
and
woman
then
to have
I'm saying, so
multiple.
why is it that you feel it's okay for you to do it, but it is not okay for her to do it? Not that me, I don't, I'm monogamous way through and through.
Okay.
So I'm not expecting that, I'm not going to say, oh, it's okay, you can, even me, I would have that struggle. However, what I am saying, Paul,
Have a
here,
discussion about it.
be honest, be the authentic person you are. Why are we not speaking up? And why are we not able to save our marriages before they get to the point where we are going to the divorce court or we are killing each other? It's because we are not living our authentic selves.
Last week we had a conversation here with a lady called Mzungu.
Yes.
And one of the things that came up from a lot of our viewers was the fact that they cannot stand their partners because of certain things. And one of the things that stood up was that bibi yangu, for example, ni blonde. Hashikanishi vitu haraka.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand the world the way I do. She doesn't have the kind of information that I do, the knowledge that I have. Another thing that stood out is the fact that a lot of men probably are controlling. How do you fight for a marriage or a relationship whereby your partner is a blonde?
Yeah.
Hajui, for example, kuna lockdown. Anakwambia babe twende ushago. Unamwambia twende ushago na Uhuru amefunga barabara. Amefunga barabara gani? Unajua they don't understand.
Right.
Anakwambia babe nataka doza za nywele. Unamwambia but unajua siko job. Anakwambia lakini si mwanaume unafaa kuprovide, unashanga ni provide hiyo pesa ya nywele iko wapi? We barely have money for nyanya.
Yes.
You know, so people are studying. How do you fight for such a marriage?
Now, and that is why I said that I have said here before, compatibility is not about attraction. It's not about chemistry. There are 5 levels of intimacy. We have what you are talking about is what we call intellectual intimacy. Are you able to connect at those levels where you are understanding one another? It's very important, and I know people who are very clear about that. I want to have an intelligent conversation with a person. Now, so that is one. Number 2, there's the intimacy where it is physical, the sexual and PDA, you know, those kinds of things. Then you have social intimacy, where me and my partner, we have good social skills. We have connections within the community. We are not just an island. Ati babe, ni mimi tu na wewe kwa nyumba. No, we are connecting with other people, and we are giving back to the society.
Right.
Because that is what really makes authentic people. You feel good when you are a member of a community. That's the way we were created. Then we have what we call emotional intimacy. And emotional intimacy is where you are able to hear one another. There is empathy, compassion, kindness, respect, and mutuality when it comes to equity within the marriage.
Right.
And then you also have what we might call financial intimacy, that we agree. Not necessarily that we are great in finance, we have money and all that. No.
But we agree when it comes to
we are
that.
intelligent when it comes to money. That we know that we need to have a budget. We need it doesn't, that has nothing to do with the fights we have, the power struggles we have. Ati lazima nijue wewe unapata pesa ngapi, and lazima ujue ninapata pesa. No. This is more of a relational skill where you are able to hear one another about money, and you consider that there is every one of us speaks different languages when it comes to money, even, and then understand what kind of love language your partner talks. Now, people think that, hiyo ni mambo ya wazungu. Hapana, let me tell you. We, in the African setting, men express their love through providing. through taking care of your family.
Okay.
When your man is saying to you, Madam, sipendi ukienda mahali fulani fulani, think about, hear that he is trying, obviously there is a place for control. But basically, when a man says that to his wife, he is worried for her safety.
Okay.
That is number one we need to know.
True.
Women are big on security. You see, so we want to be, conversations with women, with your wife and with your spouse is not for the woman to ongea tu. No. It communicates to her, you care, you can give me time, I'm valuable to you.
Right.
You see, so we need to learn. That's why I'm saying, in order for you to fight for your marriage, you've got to be authentic, but you cannot be authentic if you're not growing.
Okay.
Mimi nakuaga tu hivi, mtu anipende ama aniwache. That is not the way to fight for your marriage.
Yeah.
You've got to get in touch
But
with your feelings.
now that you're still there on the men and the women part,
Yes.
you know, that these women who say, I am not going to stoop low, it is the man who has to meet me, you know, raise standards zake. Na kama huyo mwanaume haezi raise standards zake akwende.
Yes.
I am not going to submit to a man
Yeah.
who's not ready to. There's some
There-
things, there are things you listen to and you're like, huyu ataiolewa ama ataolewa sijui na nani, unajua. And it's unfortunate we have to come to that particular
Yes.
point of view where we don't even respect people's opinions.
Yes.
But still on that point,
Yes.
how is it, how can you communicate with someone on that particular level if they're not willing to meet you halfway?
You're right.
Because I could be, again, like you said, I could be intellectually, I could be superior.
Yes.
In terms of, you know, understanding
Right.
stuff. Emotionally, I could also be superior. But when it comes to my financial literacy, my financial intelligence, I am not the best. Probably you're better.
Yeah,
So how
yeah.
then do we find a balance?
Now, this is the thing. Right now, let me talk to couples who are struggling in their marriage right now. I want you to stop thinking about the negative. Stop. You have talked about the negative over and over again. Take a break. Take a breather from the negative and start focusing on the strengths of your partner and the strength of your marriage. So let me even use an example that everybody will connect with. Is the example of the man who is a philanderer. But he is a very good provider.
Right.
He provides everything in the house. And when he is in the house, he plays with the kids, and that is what I hear the women say, that I am confused. Why are you confused? The guy is like, once he leaves the house, I cannot predict what he's going to do. He doesn't pick calls, he will come.
Reply SMSs.
Hata nikipiga kelele na nifanye nini, he does not change this behavior.
Right.
Alafu ananiambia, but you know what? So I asked, what is the strength of this? Ananiambia, he is a wonderful father. He loves the kids when he's there. In fact, on weekends, anawapeleka, Luna Park, whatever, he provides for everything, but I cannot trust him. He has hurt me so much because, so I'm saying to that woman, stop looking at his phone for a while. Stop.
But wouldn't that then still
But even,
feed your curiosity, like, okay, sijangalia simu yake siku
Yeah.
mbili, jana niliona ameongea na Grace, ameongea na Sally, ameongea na God knows who, Susan, Faith. Sasa leo sijangalia simu yake hizo siku mbili, lazima kutakuwa na Diana, kutakuwa na
Of course. Hizo vitu zote zitakuwa. You see, this is the thing I say. Even with sex, when your partner is very careless sexually, and you're wondering, what should I do? And now anasema nisipokubali ataenda nje. So this is the reality. Hata ukimpea bado anaenda nje.
Okay.
So if you create a boundary, be consistent with it. That's why I'm saying stop complaining, stop nagging, stop all these fights, take a breather.
Yes.
And then focus on rebuilding yourself, because every time there is a marriage that is going through jealousies and envy, and what is that? That
Yes.
is insecurity.
Is it all marriages or some marriages?
No. I think all marriages go through the same
Even
because
these guys we see here on TV, couple goals.
Yes,
on
of
Instagram, they're like,
course.
oh my God, my boo, my babe, my boo boo.
No. We
My
are
day
all.
one.
We are all. The reason why the wise sayings in the book of Proverbs, it
Right.
talks a lot about jealousy and envy.
Okay.
So that means that human beings we are going to be jealous. Look at the animal. We are part of the animal kingdom.
True.
How protective. So these jealousies and envies are more about protecting my territory, whether you are a woman or a man. That's why women will leave their house and go fight, another woman, or take phones and they are calling each other's names, and we
Wachana na bwana yangu. Shetani wewe.
are busy condemning the woman for going to fight another woman. But really, what she's
She's marking her territory.
Yes, and the same thing with men. We are marking our territory.
Okay.
Now, so what I'm saying is that if you can take some time to stop, you've been fighting for 4 years, stop the fighting, because the atmosphere is not good even for your mental health.
True.
And now try to refocus on me. Where did I lose my sense of worth? Because that we are fighting because I'm not feeling valuable. Where did I lose my sense of worth?
Yeah.
Where did I lose my identity?
Just hold on to that thought. I want us to take a look at some feedback.
Yes.
Then we can know where this conversation is at. Director Cheza kama wewe. Hello, I'm watching from Embu, Karurina. Is it okay a lady visiting the boyfriend's home, meeting the parents and relatives during the courtship and vice versa? Good question. Our guest is speaking a lot of sense, but women mostly are controlled by emotions, which are in turn influenced by hormones. How I wish it can be a reality, whatever she's speaking. This is Kitavi from Kitui. How can I fight for my marriage when my husband is unfaithful and even when approached with the truth, he denies? We do that, by the way. The boring part, no attention, caring, no sex. In fact, he sleeps with pajamas. He keeps on changing his password. His phone is a no-go zone. I love him, but I'm hurt beyond my control. Whoa, pole sana. Kindly help. All right. We'll be looking at that shortly. Do we have another one? Bonadan? We have a phone call, I believe. All right. K24, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. This is John from Judah.
So, John, ongeza sauti kidogo, and then what is your question or comment?
Okay, I have a question concerning our relationship.
Yes, John, ongeza sauti kidogo.
Okay, nimekuwa in a relationship.
Yes, John.
Whereby we've been loving each other so much.
Okay.
And we are planning to wed next year.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, we had some issues like a month ago.
Yes.
Whereby this lady, I post a compliment. She's working in a medical. She's a lab technologist.
Okay.
And so one day I had some complication, and I told her that if she's a clinic officer, if she did something to do with clinical medicine,
yes,
she could have diagnosed me, and that was where issues started from.
Okay.
And she was like, you are not, you don't love me, blah, 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 go and marry that clinic officer. And many other issues that resulted from that one.
Yes.
Even returned the money. She said that I was a good man.
Yes.
And so I had bought her some gifts, and she returned the money back.
So,
And
John,
she said, I told her, go and marry a lady of your choices.
John,
And she's,
I need to understand one thing, eh?
Yes.
She diagnosed an illness and then she said you don't love her, or?
no, she didn't diagnose.
Yes.
She said, go and marry a clinical officer since
Uh-huh.
you don't love medical technologies.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what is the question?
So the question is, should I continue with this one or I quit, because I just felt I'm fed up? If somebody can just return all the gifts and she's giving in, and she's a lady, and ladies, you know, they are the one who builds up their families.
Okay. John,
So, yes, that was my question.
I think I have understood your question. So
Yes.
we are taking a short break, but when we come back, of course, Grace Karaoke will try and decipher that situation and, of course, answer a little
thank
bit
you.
of the other SMSs. So, John, thank you. Just hold on to the don't touch that dial, eh? Tunakuja tu sasa hivi.
Every time I'm in front of the camera, I remember my culture.
After all, story ni yetu. Kama unadai drama.
It has ravaged communities across the globe, and it has threatened to tear the world apart. As Kenyans, we have witnessed the ugly side of COVID-19. It has taken our loved ones, and the economy has been shaken. As the numbers start going up again, we are staring at a crisis.
Jameni, please, this is something that is going to cause deaths.
The hospitals are getting overwhelmed. More than ever before, we have a responsibility to change the situation. We have to wear masks properly and regularly.
Ni kila mmoja wetu awe anavaa hizi masks.
We have to do proper hand washing with soap and water. Always maintain social distance.
The less people get together, the less they come together, the better